So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. So bring it on.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive. And there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game and not this occasion.
La alineación de hoy será...
Barcelona have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
And we're underway. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Another rendition of this never-ending feud. It will never lose its significance. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, there's a probing ball. No, that's been intercepted. Arthur. And it's Messi. Kane. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. And he's lost his man here. Played out to the left flank. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Ter Stegen has that under control. Hernandez.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well timed, excellent interception. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Rudiger. It's a pretty loose pass. Stuani. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Alexander-Arnold. Here's Rodri. Ruben Dias. Hernandez. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Arthur. More and more pressure on the ball here. That has been slung wide. Almost half an hour in now. Can he finish?
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Marcó en el minuto 30 el dorsal 8.
Girona have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Hernandez. Arthur. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Arthur. Blint.
That pressing is so good. It's nice and early.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Modric did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Barcelona truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Oh, that's a key interception. Kane. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, one sloppy lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Girona have the chance to go the other way. Stuani. Ribery. Kane. Modric conjures time and space where few can. And it's Modric.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Un minuto de descuento.
And that's a throw-in. Messi. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the half-time whistle goes. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room. And, well, there was a genuine flow about the game. Most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going. But at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming. Because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Arthur. Cristiano Ronaldo. What a throw in. He rises!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Messi. Stuani. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And he goes cross-field. Hernandez. Ribery. Time and again, they are repelled. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, that's fabulous. Cleared without complication. Alexander-Arnold, up he goes! Another header, but again the same outcome.
How hard can it be to time a jump with the right contact? It's not that difficult, is it?
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Oh, that's well spotted. Arthur. It'll be a throw-in. Arthur. Distributed tidily. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Rodri. Ribery. And it's Messi. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Stuani. He's got away. Oh, good spread. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Messi. Stuani does well to get it back. Made into space out wide. Good take by the keeper. He's read that well. Ribery. Modric. And it's Kane. For Messi. Blint. Arthur. Stuani. Now that's well seen too. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 12 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 19, el dorsal 3, el dorsal 6. Cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Half an hour gone in the second half. Rudiger with the foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. That was travelling. Ribery. Rodri. And he's forced to go back. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Blint. Oh, terrible mistake. Shapes to shoot. Dispatched clinically. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
El dorsal 7, Cristiano.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, the big question now is whether they can keep the energy levels up and try and grab a winner.
Hernandez. Well, what about it? Barcelona have come back from the very brink. And he welcomes it in. He's hit it! That's incredible! And that may just do it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Girona take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet. Barcelona have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Blint. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now that is a hefty challenge. Van der Beek. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He is through here. Tries a shot. That is decidedly lacking. Rodri.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
That's that, the end. Barcelona end the season in a less than ideal manner. The effects of this long, grueling campaign have seemingly caught up with them on its final day. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, we're effectively seeing the culmination of all the work you put in for a whole campaign. I really appreciate the fact that both sides, despite the end of term feeling, went at each other as if it were day one. And in my mind, it was the right result.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. There's the shots! This time, surely!
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
And that has left him in a heap. And he's got the shot away! What a wonderful goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Luis Araujo. De Arrascaeta. That is good strength. Now he's off and running. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And they're quick to get it back. Matheus Nunes. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. De Arrascaeta. Turns back here, probably the best option. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, here's a chance! De Arrascaeta. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Luis Araujo. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now it's Luis Araujo. Great work on the overlap.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
And that should get the job done. Well, they've got it again.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Goes for the header! Great effort. He flew in with courage.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
Ruben Dias. Ball played for Matheus Nunes. And it's Bernardo Silva. Doku. And the shot's on here. He's in, shapes to shoot. Pulgar. That's De Arrascaeta. He couldn't. There's the hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Oh, what a mistake! De Arrascaeta, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, that's well spotted. Bernardo Silva. Look at the space here. Lovely bit of skill. De Arrascaeta. He's had a hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Luis Araujo. He's had it taken off him into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Bernardo Silva. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Luis Araujo. Ball's gone out of play. Reinders.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And Bernardo Silva! Oh, what has happened here? And again! Too good! They have breathing space!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So, and the whistle goes for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Appearing intoxicated or behaving
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the action is back underway. So both teams emerge the same as they were before the break. He might be in here! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Pulgar. De Arrascaeta. Matches Nunes. Gets across to intercept that. Nori. And it's Bernardo Silva.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
For Pulgar. Luis Araujo. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Chooses to go back. Bernardo Silva! And one more try! And for a moment, time stood still. And we have our very first corner. He rises! It's bounced back off the post. And again. is surely done. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
Number 26.
A case now of complete control. De Arrascaeta. That has not gone well.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And he was quick to react. Rodri.
The attendance for this match was 71,649.
Akanji. Nuri. Here's Doku. Bernardo Silva. Here's Rodri. Matches Nunes. Rodri. A temporary retreat here.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Reinders. No way through, so back it has a shot! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Doku put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
And the shot! He's got a goal! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. In with the challenge. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. And a shot! Everton. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Bernardo Silva. Hits one! Pulgar. Luis Araujo. Chance! You've got to be quick to recover this. Shoot goal! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Number 16. Rodri.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That is a brilliant interception. Everton. Doku. There's the shot! Sticks it away! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And the shot! And that has faded wide.
Oh, now that was a chance. What a chance.
Substitution.
Flamengo making another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
That was good alertness. Spread out to the left. Doku! Doku! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. That's the throw. De la Cruz pinches it off him. Bernardo Silva. And Reinders. Doku. And he's picked out the run. And he was alert to it. And there goes the final whistle. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the
Esports.